3, 2, 1, Benoit speak English. That was FUNAKI's opener for his promo, and it should probably be the opener for this video because there was only 1, 2, 3 good moments in this entire SmackDown show. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling for your top 5 moments. Special edition, though, because there wasn't really 5 top moments. There was kind of just pick the best of a bad bunch, really. So
that's pretty much it.
I believe this SmackDown also got the lowest overall rating that any show has gotten since we started watching the brand split era of WWE. Now,
might not have.
I'm pretty sure we gave. I think some of the Raws done bad, but nothing got a 4.5 out of 10.
We'll have to wait and see, but dive in.
What do you mean have to wait and see? It's already happened and no, it didn't. So
I was going to check it.
Right, you go and check. Why dive in here to the top 5 moments, or like I said, in this case, you know, the 5 moments that weren't as bad as all the other moments. Coming in at number 5, we had The Rock versus Benoit. Now, on paper, it's The Rock versus Chris Benoit. It's the Undisputed Champion versus the Intercontinental Champion. It should be good, but it just wasn't really. Benoit, in his latest run, hasn't exactly been blowing me away. I'm just bored with Benoit. We've seen these guys get physical last week with The Rock tapped out. I just wasn't really feeling it. The Rock, Benoit, I mean, who cares?
Physical, yeah, Benoit is he's just a boring bastard at the end.
Like, nothing on the line. It's like on Raw last week they advertised The Rock Triple H, and it's like the Rock Triple H promo gets you pumped for the Rock Triple H match, but
people can say, right, Benoit deserved his title. What is the difference between Benoit now and Benoit in 04, or his 05, 06 US title run, or his 07 stint in ECW for 3 weeks? It's the same fucking guy.
Yeah, it's the same guy. I think the reason he got the belt was just because it was time to pass it to somebody else, and there was 2 world titles at that point. Had the WWE just kept the Undisputed Championship and they only had 1 belt across both brands, had WWE kept going with that, this could be unpopular, but I don't think Benoit ever becomes a world champion.
No, he wouldn't be touching it, man.
I think you could say the same for Guerrero.
Yep. I think the fact that those two are like friends with each other really helped them both get it at the same
and see,
time.
you think about it, were their title reigns memorable? People talk about WrestleMania 20. I know this is going off on one
Their
here.
wins are memorable.
Yeah, their wins are memorable, right? But people talk about WrestleMania 20 and how this was like a new era for WWE. Oh, they were passing the torch to 2 guys that could wrestle, 2 smaller guys that were technical magicians or whatever. But, I mean, I think Guerrero loses his belt in like 3 months, if that.
Yeah.
And then Benoit has a lackluster title defeat, like a title reign where he beats, I want to say he beats Triple H and Michaels in a rematch. I think then he defeats Kane. And I might be right in saying that he had a match against Ric Flair as well before losing to Orton.
Yeah, the
2 title reigns weren't fucking great.
Well, let's be real. Would it not be better for Orton to beat Triple H and dethrone Evolution?
Yeah, is it fair to... but then again, they can't have the turn, really. Well, they could, but the turn would be more obvious, I guess. You'd see it coming. Would it be fair to say that Benoit and Angle were transitional champions?
Yes, absolutely.
That's what it felt like to me. Benoit never got the belt back. Would Guerrero have got another opportunity in it? I think Guerrero might have. I'll say that. I think Guerrero might have got another shot at a world title. I don't think Benoit would have ever won the world. And we know he's supposed to win the ECW title, but in terms of the world title... But then again, I don't want to say that, because if they kept wrestling into like 2011, 12, then that SmackDown belt would have been up for grabs. But I don't see any of them getting the world title on Raw and dethroning Cena. Do you?
No.
So anyway,
I mean, look at Michaels never won that belt again.
Now a lot of people say that was Michaels' choice or whatever, but was it really? Michaels was like, oh no, don't give me that. I don't want the belt. The belt corrupts. I mean, what the fuck?
I don't want to lose my smile again. Bye.
No, when you think about it, the belt, like that belt on Raw, that was like Cena's belt, and not many other people got to touch it. So
no.
Anyway, moving into number 4 with the Rock promo.
Bend over.
Look, normally you'd think it's a Rock promo, so it can't be bad. It wasn't bad, but it's probably the weakest Rock promo we've seen in ages.
Yeah, he's been hitting them at the park.
I mean,
you've been getting in the park.
Normally, the ones with Mark Lloyd have been good. The one with Coachman was great. The promo with Eddie Guerrero was fantastic. I mean, The Rock's promos have been on point since his return to the company. This one just wasn't.
No.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, it was okay, but when you think about it, basically the only thing that I'd say was good was him telling Mark Lloyd to bend over, and after that he kind of
sick freak.
He kicked Mark Lloyd to the curb, and that's
about that.
As good as it got. Comment number 3, we have Kurt Angle versus Mark Henry. Solid match for what it was, random little match here on SmackDown. These two guys fought a few weeks ago. Brock Lesnar came out and caused a DQ, I believe, or no contest. Angle getting a chance for revenge tonight to get the win, and he did get the win, making Mark Henry tap out. You know what, Mark Henry, I think, even though you could argue he was green at this point, I think he's having the best matches of his career. Now, obviously,
he's green. He's been with the company for like 8 years.
He's taken on Brock and Angle. So if anyone can get good matches out of him, then that's who it's going to be. Because Angle and Brock, they're guys that they've just got the technique and strength to actually be able to perform moves on Mark Henry.
Yeah.
See if Mark Henry's
and other people who we need to rely on Henry.
Yeah. Whereas Henry is basically being carried through matches with Angle and Brock. Whereas there's not many other people that... Because, I mean, yeah, strength helps, right? But it's positioning matters more. Knowing what angles to get, pun intended, and the technique to be able to throw and lift your opponent, that can be just as important, and in some cases more important than strength. So I just think Angle and Brock can get better matches at Mark Henry, plus Mark Henry is probably his fastest, most agile at this point in his career.
Perk Angle.
So, did I say Angle? I meant Henry.
I know.
But anyway, still, good, decent match. Coming at number 2 with Angle, cutting a promo on Rey Mysterio, calling him the little man. Rey Mysterio comes up and he's like, "Hey, SA, that could be a good name for my DVD in 6 years." Well, he didn't actually say that, but...
I remember buying that DVD and it was just a bit... I don't know what I was expecting.
It's a bit shite, isn't it? It's just match after match after match.
Yeah, because Rey's just not a promo guy.
I don't know. See, you think about it, I don't think those box sets... I don't think those box sets are worth it.
We're not looking back, but see, back in the day, man, fucking any wrestling DVD was worth it.
Yeah, because wrestling was great, and we didn't have a network, and you wanted to consume...
You always got behind the scenes stuff, but now it's like, well, why would you? You've seen everything.
I think... But then again, you didn't really... I guess they didn't really want to completely break kayfabe, but I think it should have been like, maybe one disc, like a documentary or something like that.
Yeah.
And then disc 2 could have been the matches.
Like, you always... Yeah, it's just a weird one. But...
Anyway, it was a good promo. Then, obviously, Mark Henry appears, and he and Angle get their match set up for tonight. So, I mean, it is what it is. Kurt Angle, I think, is the best thing on SmackDown.
Easily.
I don't think anything comes close. I mean, I enjoy Brock, and I like, the legitimate threat that Brock is. But for me, I think Kurt Angle's...
I think Brock, the past few weeks, was hitting at the park. I don't know what he said that with The Rock, but I feel like this week it kind of went down a wee notch.
I don't think I've ever seen Angle have a bad week. I think Angle's seriously underrated. Not many people say that, but I think he is. I think Kurt Angle's so good that he just doesn't get the credit he deserves.
And when you say underrated, you mean like...
I don't know.
Fucking rate it, but
I don't even...
He should be like top dog.
Yeah, but both. Promo as well. I think people maybe only say, oh, he's a great wrestler, but Angle's so fucking underrated in his promos.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a guy that kind of got thrown into the wrestling world not really knowing what it was.
See,
I know that sounds a bit dumb considering he was a professional wrestler.
You've got to make chicken salad with chicken shit. Kurt is your fucking man.
Aye, Kurt will, give him anything and he'll turn it into a masterpiece recipe. Anyway, coming at number 1 we have Funaki, SmackDown's number 1 announcer. So, I guess this says audition for the show. He's doing an interview with NIDIA. He's like, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Me, Funaki, here to speak with NIDIA. Speaking the broken English, I'm sure McMahon loves this. I don't know. Maybe it's childish, but I just think having these guys speak broken English is fun.
It's fun.
I enjoy it.
It's the reaction of our people as well. It's not just
I think it's fucking great. Funaki wants to ask Nydia about her match, but Nydia's not interested about her match. She says, would you not rather talk about these? And then she starts like holding her boobs and shoving them at Funaki. And then she goes, oh well, if you don't want to touch these, do you want to touch this? And she starts pushing her ass in the direction of Funaki. And Funaki, she grabs Funaki's hands and she's trying to fucking force Funaki's hands onto her breast. He's like, no, me no touch, yeah, Jimmy Noble kick my ass, oh.
Jimmy Noble kick my ass.
It's just fucking very funny, like, and yeah, and then we hear arguing the entire fucking time, and then out of nowhere, fucking Reverend Devon gets thrown into the locker room. I thought it was going to be Jamie Noble that walked in, but no, Devon just gets tossed in, and Batista walks behind him and is like, there's your respect.
Please call my name.
And then he walks off, and I mean, that was the end of it. I mean, it was just funny. I thought Devon was going to, like, if we're going to, surely if Devon being the Reverend, if he's going to walk in, should he not have walked in with, like, Funaki with his hands all over Nydia or something like that?
Yeah. That would have, yeah, but I like the fact Devon got thrown through the door. Maybe you could argue they deserved a bigger split up than this, but maybe that was safe for velocity.
I don't know. I just think the Reverend Devon being in there, it was a perfect time for him to, like, not approve of the actions that were going on. But either way, like, this was the best segment of the night for us. So yeah, that's our top 5 moments, guys. Let us know what you thought down below. We'll catch you in the next one. Pretty poor SmackDown. Hopefully next week's is better. We're on the last week on the road to SummerSlam now, so if you can't get a good show on the go-home show for the second biggest pay-per-view of all time, then, you know, what can you do?
Yeah, exactly. What can you do? And what happens next week? I've no idea.
No idea, but I'm looking forward to it.
Is The Rock going to get locked in the crossface for the 4th week in a row?
Fucking hopefully not. Keep The Rock and Benoit apart.
Damn it.
Or we may have another tragedy on our hands. Till next time. Peace.